Hello and welcome. I am MJ James, and thank you for all being here. Hopefully you had fun creating your characters over in the last stream and had a nice break in between the sprints. But I appreciate you all being here, and I am very excited to get done with to do some productivity sprints. So I am MJ James. My pronouns are they, them. I am a non-binary autistic science fiction and fantasy author. I write characters that are autistic and queer. So that is kind of my whole thing. So if I'm ever weird or awkward, that is why. But it looks like we already have a fair number of you here, so that is very exciting. And I would love to know what you all are going to be working on over the next 2 hours. I'm very excited. Um, I'm not sure what SHU is, but welcome. Thank you for being the first one here commenting. And yes, welcome to everyone who came over from Rachel's Character Randomizer stream. That was a lot of fun to watch and participate in. Also, I did just update the playlist in the description, so the correct playlist should be there. I also have it so I can paste it down below when we get closer to the end of the stream. So we can get you on to the next video as well. Hello, Vixen, welcome. Pleased to meet you as well, Rachel. It was fun. I was mostly listening so I could get this video edited. Fair enough. I was actually writing a YouTube script during it, so I was mostly listening as well. But it did sound like a lot of fun. So stream hoppers unite. Yes. It has been a lot of fun this week, just going from stream to stream. I admit that I'm much of a lurker, so I may have just popped in a hello now and then, but I have been there lurking, getting some work done. So it's been nice seeing some of your screen names and seeing all the chatter, and I'm excited that it's my turn now. Hey Maddie, welcome. I appreciate you coming in and hopefully getting some work done as well. And I love how you redacted your own project. That's fantastic. Oh, yay. Also, yes, I have so many more new channels that I have followed because I have followed everyone at least up to this point. But we'll follow everyone by the end of it. So very excited to see all your content. Just so you all know, I do sprints regularly. I do them every Friday about this time, 6:30 Mountain Time, which it's 7. This starts at 7 now, so I do them slightly early, and I do them for about the same time length. I do them every Friday. So if you do want some regular productivity sprints, they'll also run a lot like how this one's going to run as well. So you'll see if you enjoy them. Again, autistic, creature of habit. So I will be running these sprints as much as very similar to how I run my other sprints. So what projects are you all working on? And then let's go ahead and get into our first sprint so we can actually get some work done with the fun as well. I will be working on actually outlining a new project. I just got a draft ready for copy editing yesterday, so I'm starting semi-fresh with a new story and a new series. It is a paranormal cozy mystery series, which is a little bit different from my normal vibe of what I write, and I'm very excited for it. I have started outlining it a little bit here and there, but now I'm really starting to focus in on it. So that is what I will be working on today. So we're converting my Google Docs to Word Docs to upload it to my editing suite, and get all those nasty repetitive words out of the manuscript. Yes, and check passive phrasing. That's what I was doing yesterday. All that fun tasks. Yes, I would love to see some more friends get over 1K. It's seems impossible to break through. That's actually my goal. So when I saw that this for the year for my YouTube, so when I saw this was the thing, I was like, this is so awesome, and wanted to come and join in with you all, and found so many other great channels to follow too. So it worked out very well. All right, cooking dinner and finishing The Moon is Waxing season 2, chapter 4 of K-drama story podcast. Very nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh, maybe not cooking dinner. I'm not a big cook. Um at all. I did it for my kids, but definitely was not an enjoyable thing for me. My goal is 500 for the year because I've been at 300-ish for 3 years. Mine as well, and I know 1K is very ambitious, but as of November, I'm a full-time writer, and so it'd be nice to have YouTube be a little bit more of a passive income now that I don't have a day job. So even though it's ambitious, that is still I'm trying to see if I can get it up to 1K. But if nothing else, at least I've met a lot of new people and have a lot of fun. I do enjoy YouTube. I enjoy making videos and I enjoy live streaming. So nothing else, um, at least it's fun. Yeah. Back in my day. Yeah. If I would have started this, when YouTube first came out, that would be very different. But I didn't. So here we are trying to grind away. So the foodie and writerly life, mom, that's fantastic. So I was just asking what everyone is working on, what before we start our first sprint, which will probably be coming up very soon because we're already 7 minutes in to give people some time to get some work done. So, hey, Winter, welcome. Reading The Dream Hotel tonight. Cool. I'll have to look up what that is because I don't know what that one is. Um, and we have a lot of fun in our corner of it too. Yes. Yes, that's awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and get our first timer up. I have made it Valentine's themed for Valentine's starting this weekend. I am a romantic, so not a huge Valentine's person, but I still think the hearts are cute. So let's go and get started our first sprint, and I will see you all back here in 25 minutes. Hello and welcome back. Um, Hopefully I didn't scare you, and hopefully it was a productive sprint for you all. Um, so it's kind of awkward because I'm setting up like working on a new book, and it's not like the most fantastic thing to do on camera because I do it by hand, um, and writing, and yeah, so I'm always looking down at my desk instead of sitting and typing on the computer. But welcome back. Um, let's see. The chat is going strong, which is fantastic. I'm returning to blogging this year, but mostly live streams too. Yeah, I try to release a video a week, one of which is a vlog. I don't do more than one blog a month because my life is just not that interesting. It's mostly writing and that's about it. So, writing and reading, I guess. So, um, awesome. Hopefully that you were able to get some writing done before you had to hop off, or if you're still here, that's fantastic. About to walk my doggo. Nice. I don't know where you are, but we are definitely already very dark outside. I am very excited for daylight savings to happen again so that it's not getting dark at 5 o'clock at night. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Um Yes, I love sprinting with music. Yes, I didn't used to have music. I would mute it, but it was requested. So I put it back and I do lo-fi music so that it's less distracting. At least I find it less distracting. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Your eldest is Arrow Ace. That is awesome. So yeah, Valentine's is all about chocolate. I adore chocolate way too much. But Valentine's isn't really a holiday celebrated. Two of my children's birthdays are in the first part of February. So that is definitely what early February is in our household. So um, glad you like the music. Let's see. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. I'm glad you like the setup. It is not a library cart. It's a TBR cart. It's not specifically for library books. That these are the books that I need to read. So I keep them out there to remind myself that I need to pay attention to them. So nice. He's been walked and eating leftover fried chicken. That's fantastic. I need to eat dinner at some point after the stream. We'll see how that goes. But not yet. So let me get another timer pulled up. I've been streaming for like years now, and I don't know why all of a sudden like I'm nervous. But here we are. So I do have now your nose is running from the spicy chicken. I love spicy chicken. I mean, if you're gonna eat chicken, it needs to be the spicy one. So handled some doggo outside time and a snack, got all my docs pulled up to format. That's fantastic. I do not have a dog. I actually am allergic, but we do have two cats. They are outside of the door because if they hear me talking to a computer, they tend to get very excited for some weird reason. So they tend not to make an appearance during my live streams. I don't know. Working from home, every meeting was very interesting because they would freak out. So I might read the sprint after I finish eating. That's fantastic. I would love to know what you're reading. Yeah, I have no idea why all of a sudden I'm nervous because again, I don't know. But we're kind of like rabid chaotic. Nice. That's fantastic. Sometimes I don't know. Anyways, doggos and kitties and hubby fed, mealtime accomplished. That should get you a gold star for sure because that is fantastic. And curling is on the TV. That sounds like fun, actually. All right. I have the next timer ready. And because at least where I'm supposed to live or where I live, it is supposed to be winter, even though it is 70 degrees. I have pulled up our nice winter timer. And let's go ahead and get started on our next sprint. And I will see you back here in 25 minutes. Hello and welcome back. So hopefully that was a productive sprint for you all. I'm still trying to think through outlining my story, but I've made progress. So that is always a good thing. Sometimes it just means staring out into the void though, when you're first starting to like figure out how things go together. Um, but sometimes that's the fun part of being a writer, to be honest. So Laura says they're halfway through chapter 10 of The Entanglement of Rival Wizards by Sarah Rash. We will need a review. So it is a male romance set in a fantasy college. Academic rivals to lovers, a poor human plus with half elf from a wealthy family. Both are vying for the same research grant. Well, I know who I think should get it. So it's rivals to lovers. It's about Sebastian Walt, who is in the evocation department, a human, the first of his family to pick college over the military. Interesting. And yeah, I'm not pronouncing that. In the conjuration department, half elf, pretentious a-hole, the latest legacy at Torel at Lazura. You. Awesome. The half elf has tattoos, and the human has an invisible a fox familiar. So here's my question: how spicy is it if it is a fantasy romance? Because that sounds very interesting. But I have a personal spice tolerance. So, also, Heather, hello, welcome. Hopefully, you were able to join in and get some things done with that last sprint. How is it going for everyone? We are a little over halfway through. I may have to cut the last timer shorter because, like, if I go over my normal sprints, I would just go over. But I don't want to do that today to make sure that we are moving or transitioning smoothly into the next sprints or whatever's coming up after this one. So heading out for the evening. Hope to catch your stream in the future. I would love to have you. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. It's spicy. There's some starting about halfway through. That's good to know. Yeah, I'll have to look into it and see. I'm not personally big into spice. But I'm not like opposed to it either. Especially if there's a plot to pull me in that I'm really interested in. That is good. Sweet spice is very nice. That's cool. I'll have to check that one out. My TBR list is probably like y'all's, like way too long. And as you can see, all the books that I have in print, that is not, of course, the ones I have in ebooks. So which is probably not all that dissimilar from you all. I am personally currently reading Ignore All Previous Instructions by Ada Hoffman, and it is an arc. So the book's not out yet. I think it comes out in March, and it is about it is set on mostly on the moons of Jupiter, and it is about the use of AI and how AI has the impact of AI on writing and creative pursuits. The main character is autistic. There is a trans side main character, and it's looking at so the author Ada Hoffman is I guess a computer scientist that studies the impact of AI. And so that's really a lot of what the book is looking at. And as an author, I find it personally fascinating because it looks at how AI really cannot be creative and how it's really just a learning prompt, like a language prompt. And then also kind of breaking down the different types of AI, but not in like a academic way, in a fictionalized way. So a very creative way. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm a little more than halfway through. So yeah, I can only imagine. Every time I get on a stream with, or even honestly get in a conversation with other authors and readers, my TBR just keeps growing. I definitely think that everyone should add it to their TBR. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Mostly Ardent. I have that on my TBR as well. I'm not a romance heavy reader, just because being Arrow Ace, it's not something I necessarily gravitate to. But there's so many good romance books that I slowly make my way through them. But I've heard really, really good things about Mostly Ardent, so it's definitely on my TBR to get through. And I like Pride and Prejudice, so I enjoy Pride and Prejudice retellings. So I am excited for that one. All right. So the next the next timer I have ready. Oh, and since we are in the halfway point, if you have not stretched, have not got some hydration, now is a really good time to do so, as I am pulling up the timer for our next sprint. I have, we just did winter, so let's do some nice flowers and a little more springtime weather. And I will see you all back here in 25 minutes. Unmuting myself definitely helps. Hello and welcome back. Hopefully that sprint went well for you all. I think I have made progress in my outline, which is always fantastic. Um, I think this is the slowest part of writing for me. Just making sure everything fits because it all has to fit together in my head before I actually start writing. So, which I know is not how everyone goes. Dreadnoughts by April Daniels is a trans superhero book. Yes, it is a YA trans superhero book. I have not read that one yet either, but it is really good from what I have heard. I don't know if you all are interested in not, but I do also run a Discord for talking about trans and non-binary books that is linked in my link tree. Anyone is welcome to join. But also starting in 2026, we started doing like the book discussions on YouTube so that anyone can join. So January's Her Majesty Royal's Coven is up. And then this month we are reading the 30 Names of Night. But if anyone is interested and does want to read more trans literature, you are welcome to join us. So got another 388 words handled by me and your co-author, by you and your co-author. That is fantastic. That is very wonderful. Way to go. Definitely a very productive sprint. Yeah, I did not get that many words written. But I think I got another chapter outlined, or like at least high level outlined. So that is that's progress. I got a bit sidetracked plotting my master plan of my next 10 years of my author's career. Wow, that is intense. I don't know if I could handle planning 10 years because um I think I would lose track of like everything I was writing, and I'd have new series starting by that point, and I have like the next year planned out, which is a very ambitious plan also, but trying to take advantage of the time I have not having a day job to release and just focus on writing. So that has been nice. But 10 years, that is awesome. Dude, like so much has changed like within a year over the last like 3 or 4 years that I'm almost afraid to like plan out a year at this point. Oh, lovely. I'll have to check out the book discussion reviews. That would be awesome. We would love to have you come hang out with us or watch them after the fact or join us in our Discord. It'd be pretty cool. Yay, book chats. Yeah. I love book chats. Um really trying to retrain my brain to read more. I think as an author especially that's very helpful. I know the more I read, the more it helps me with my own writing. Um, so just ordering your projects. Okay. That's a little more calm than probably where I was going. Um, but yeah, I would probably overextend myself and like plan a release a month for the next 10 years and then be like anxious that I didn't meet that because that's completely unrealistic. Um so ooh, red velvet cake is in the oven. That is fantastic. I hope it comes out very yummy. To flow with the best with ideas and craft, the best and rich black backlist. Yes. And yes, cake. Cake is delicious. So we have about 20 minutes left, not a time for a full 25-minute sprint, obviously. So we could talk a little bit more, or we could put on a shorter sprint. If you have a preference, just let me know what you would like to do. Um, Other than beta reads and arc reads, I believe Underground is the last book I read just for fun, and that was the year we released the first book. Wow. See, it's really cool to do beta reads and help people with other authors with baby reads and see them before they like blossom into like a published book. But I think only reading beta reads when you are reading the version of the book before it's published, I think can burn you out as a reader. And ARC reads are great because again, it gives you access, but it then there's like always these obligation to read them on top of it. And so then it's just uh adds the extra pressure. And then I think sometimes reading becomes like a burden instead of like pleasure. And then yeah, it's so easy to get burnt out. So sometimes I just have to like just stop and switch to another book that to just kind of like allow myself to have fun and just kind of relax and then remember why I love reading and why I love books so much. So only a book a year. To be kind to myself as a sapphic fantasy and folklore author. That you release a book a year or you read a book a year because it could be either. I'm gonna go with you release a book a year, and that is a very good release schedule, honestly. Um, it's actually I think considered a pretty decent paced release schedule, so that's awesome. I am not that kind to myself, so um I feel like I should beta read for others more. People do it for me, so I feel in debt. Yeah, I feel that way as well. Where I feel like I have to beta read for others because they do it for me, and I enjoy it. I have a few groups that I work with, like a local group for Colorado, and then I also have a Discord for neurodiverse writers. And so it's kind of cool because like you know who you're reading for, and I'll come back and I'll beta read other works, and I really like seeing how the authors progress. And so that's a really fun part of beta reading. But I think it's also hard to feel that pressure to beta read while you're also trying to read for pleasure and write and do whatever other obligations you have going on in life. It can all pile up on each other. Um, so and it's so easy to overextend ourselves. You might like Underground. It's a Beauty and the Beast, aka 80s. Oh, I remember that show. Wow, I haven't thought about that in forever. Restyling more than romance, but sapphic in a romance. Um, Nostalgic. Cool. I know I'll take a look at it. So granted, most of my stuff is flash fiction, but there's a couple novels in there. In fact, flash fiction is actually my first love. I got started with short story writing um, when I was younger, and then moved into novels um, later, honestly, in life. I'm trying to focus more on short stories, like not just get held up in the fact that I have to publish books to, well, make money, and just go back to enjoying short story writing because I think the skills you learn short story writing and specifically in flash fiction where every word is important is really good skills to take into novel writing. I don't think like they're equivalent as a type of writing, but I do think like learning how to do flash fiction and learning the importance of every single word when you're writing something and like building an entire story within such a short amount of words is something that is a really important skill to take into novel writing. So, but yeah, I love flash fiction. Uh, Aiming to release. So aim to read 75 books this year, including books I read with my dragon, a 6-year-old kid. That's awesome. I live with my 21-year-old kid who is called the creature. So if you follow me on social media and I ever mention the creature, that is my 21-year-old. Because they still do not like their name being used on social media, which is completely valid. But so I think that's fantastic. You call your kid your dragon. But 75 books is a fair amount to read in a year. Um, I'm reading more manga this year only because the creature is really trying to like the creature's really gotten into reading and they read a lot of manga and like danmei, if you all know what that is. And so they're trying to at least get me to read some more manga with them. Manga is not a top genre I would normally gravitate towards, but it's been fun reading books with my kid, and so I really enjoy that. So laundry is put away. Wow, definitely deserve a medal for that one. Laundry being put away is fantastic and is definitely something that I need to do. Um, yes, thank you for the reminder to hang up washing. Nice. The first flash I ever wrote about Tahula waking up. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. That's cool. I don't remember the first flash fiction I wrote. For a time, I was writing a lot of like century inspired flash fiction, and that was a lot of fun. Um, the first short story that I ever remember getting published. This is my fun writing story. So I was in junior high because it was not called middle school because I'm old. I was in junior high and I got accepted to attend a writing conference. And so my story got published as part of the writing conference. And very autistic kid. The story that I wrote in junior high was about an alcoholic astronaut that was crashing out because of something. I can't exactly remember why. And he got called to go back to Mars to investigate the face in Mars. Because again, astronomy has changed a lot since the early 90s. And we've learned a lot about the planets. And so he has to like sober up and go back to Mars. And it's very similar to a movie that got made later after that fact. But that was the first short story that I ever got published. Um a lot of the first story I wrote was in 3rd grade and it was about a tree that grew frogs. So that is the MJ writing lore. So love manga, favorite medium. That's awesome. What is some of your favorite manga? So some recommendations would be fantastic. Right now, we are reading through The Promised Neverland. Almost done with that. And then we're also reading through Moriarty. That's not the whole title, but I can't remember the whole title. So there's a manga about Moriarty, and we're on like book 4 of that one. We got that one all checked out from the library, but I don't know if we're gonna finish it because I only read after the creature reads, and then they're not sure they're vibing with that series. So, oh, there we go. My favorites are Junji Ito. That's not right either. Mashika Nakayama. I don't know what that one is. Is that the series or the author? And my newly discovered authors of Monsters in Love. I have heard of that. I have not read that. I'm not sure that is one we'll end up picking up. Mostly because they choose. So, okay, these are the authors. That makes a lot of sense. I'll have to look them up because I don't know what they write. Um, but yeah, so we have 10 minutes left before we join the other stream. Is there any last minute things we want to talk about? I will say thank you all for coming and hanging out. I had a lot of fun and also was able to be a little productive as well. My favorite horror manga series is PTSD Radio. That sounds fascinating. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Also love Full Metal Alchemist. I have heard of that, but I have no idea what it's actually about. Death Note is my son's favorite, or at least one of his favorite anime. I don't know if he's read the manga or not. U- Uzumaki, I don't know what that is. D Gray Man, I don't know what that one is either. Um, awesome. Um, Thank you for coming here. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I let me grab the playlist stream so that it is in the chat in case you all don't have it, but it should also be in the description down below. There we go. And um thank you all for being here, and it was nice meeting you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, keep reading, keep writing, and keep dreaming, and until I see you again.